Lindsay, how do you get your business? Do people ever ask you this? It's an interesting question, right? Because if you really boil it down, what they're really asking is, how do you make money? Which is kind of a weird thing to ask a stranger, don't you think? Nevertheless, I think it's a common curiosity that we have as business owners, and I like it when people are direct with me, so I always answer. And my answer is referrals. As much as I would love for money to come floating down from the sky, I believe that could happen. And I would love for people to just show up unannounced on my virtual doorstep. The reality for most small business owners is that the fastest, most consistent, and most desirable sources of new business come from real human connections. In over 10 years that I've had as a business owner, I'd say approximately 4 people have just showed up on my website or social media ready to work with me, having no prior direct connection to me at all. Now, let me be clear, I'm not selling digital products, I don't use ClickFunnels, and I'm not running Facebook ads. And I'm not saying that those tactics can't work as a tool, but what I am saying is that if you want to grow your business quickly, especially if you're serving a group of people, if you're a service provider, the simplest and most feel-good way to do it is through referral. Okay, so if you're on board with that, I'd love to share my process for getting really great referrals. Step 1 is to love the crap out of your clients. Yes, it all starts with your energy, always. Because everybody thinks they provide a good service, and hopefully you do, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about actually spending time and energy feeling ooey and gooey toward the clients that you have. I actually spend time to send my clients love energetically. I think about them, and I think specifically what I love about them. And I think about how happy I am to work with them or to have worked with them. I think about the results that they've gotten and what they're continuing to create. I think about the value that I'm giving them and what else I can give them and what else I want to give them. And at this point, I'm spending nothing but energy. I'm raising the frequency and sending it toward my clients. And it feels amazing. And it gets me inspired to go out and create more of that. And I've had moments where I'm thinking about particularly a past client, and out of the blue, they call me. You've had that, right? Where you're thinking about a friend and suddenly they call you. It's amazing. And it's not a coincidence. Send them love. All right, number 2 is to know exactly what you want in a great referral. You know how when you go to networking events or when you meet someone new, there's often the question of, what can I do to support you? Or how do I send people your way? And I think a lot of us really struggle to answer that question. I know that I have, and I get a lot of really vague responses. So I think a lot of people have a hard time articulating what would make a good referral for them. But think about it. What would you want someone to say about you? If you could choose, if you could think about your favorite clients talking to their friends and colleagues, making the first impression of you for you, if you could design that perfectly, what would you want it to be? So if I could be a fly on the wall of my favorite clients when they're talking about me, I would love to hear them say things like, Lindsay helped me completely re-energize my business. She helped me fall back in love with it and make my business work for me in a whole new way. They'd say things like, I was just feeling so stuck and overwhelmed and like I was really just going through the motions. And so even though I just kept working harder and harder, I was getting less and less results. And I was really to the point of thinking like, what is the purpose of all of this? Why am I even doing this anymore? So working with her made business fun again. It made me feel so much freer. I've started taking better care of myself, and as a result, my life feels better overall. My business is working better, and I really just feel like I own everything that I'm doing. I own the business that I want, and I own the life that I have, and I love it so much, and I'm so grateful that I met her. So the best part about all of that is that these are actually things my clients say about me, and they share it, which I just love, but it perfectly summarizes the results and the feelings and the excitement that I would want anyone who was thinking about working with me, that's what I would want them to know that they would get from me. So really think about what you would like that to be for you and come up with some things that you want people to say about you. Even if just energetically you're thinking about it, that's the vibe you're going to put out in the world. But have an answer to that question, because people will start to ask you how they can share you and support you. All right, step number 3 is to ask. It's so simple, right? But I love getting this question. I used to get this question all the time from my coaches. They'd say, well, are you asking your clients for referrals? And my answer would be something like, yeah, I think so. No, of course not. But you can't get what you don't ask for. You can't just wait around and hope that people are going to think and remember to send you their referrals. It's not that they don't want to, it's just they're not thinking about it. So it's your job to ask for the things that you want in your life. This goes for everything, but you've got to be willing to ask. Okay, number 4, this is optional because I don't think it's necessary, but I personally love to give people rewards for taking action. So 4 is to offer your clients something juicy when they send you a referral. And the offer that you're giving them isn't to get them to give you a referral, it's to get them to take action now. Because if you think about it, your clients want to send you referrals. They want to give you new business. My clients do, and I love doing that for the people that I hire as well. I love sending people referrals. It's so nice to have, as long as they ask and remind me, and they help me understand how I can best support them. So number 4 is just to get them to take action now, because your clients are willing to tell their friends and colleagues about you, but they're just not thinking about it. It's not top of mind for them. So when you bring it up and when you give them an offer of something, it's giving them a moment to really pause and think about you. So we're coming full circle here, which I love so much, because in the beginning, you're thinking about them and creating that high vibration, that high frequency, and sending it their way. And now it's their chance to have that moment to send it back to you. And it's really, really good stuff. I love it. So the actual offer that you're going to make is totally up to you. It's completely dependent on the business that you have and the thing that feels the most appropriate and exciting to you, and base it on what you're willing and able to spend, which could mean time or money or both. So the actual offer really could be anything. I think cash is often king. That seems to perform well across the board if it's juicy enough, but that might not be appropriate for your business. So maybe it's something like a discount or a few hours of your time, or maybe it's a custom service that you create, or it's something that you no longer offer as a service, but that you're willing to pull out and give as a thank you gift for the referrals that you get. So really, what you're doing is you're getting into the perspective from really loving and appreciating your clients and thinking, what would surprise and delight them? What would they be so excited to get that they're willing to spend some time and energy right now thinking about how they can send people my way? Okay, so now it's your turn. I want you to imagine what your business could look like a few months from now if you put some energy and investment into really building up your referrals. Will you use my process to generate good vibes and great clients? If you do, I would love to know about it. Please come tell me. And I'd also like to know what it is that you're saying about me to your friends and colleagues. Who do you know who is passionate about doing work that feels good to them and makes a positive impact on the world? Who do you know who is working really hard but struggling to get the results that they want for themselves in terms of their time, energy, and money? Who wants more of that? Who do you know that might be on the verge of burnout and they're working so hard and they love what they do, but they're starting to love it a little bit less and less, and you know they cannot sustain that level of output without getting recharged and getting some fresh new input? I help business owners get unstuck and out of overwhelm and burnout and reconnect with what lights them up so that they can go out and do their very best work. I help business owners clear out that mental clutter closet. That's all of the feelings and the thoughts that stress them out, that make them anxious, that make them confused, so that they can have a renewed energy and focus to do the work that they really want to do. I think we all know someone like this, and it's my mission to help business owners be their best selves. So I want to know who you know that could really use some support in becoming their best self. And I know it doesn't matter to you, but I do have something really juicy in mind as a thank you for every person that you send to me that I end up working with because of you. So come and ask me what it is, because I am always up-leveling these, and I might have an even better idea when I talk to you. So come and talk to me, and I'm sure you have your favorite way to get in touch, but you can also go to sparkcollaborative.com/connect. You can find all my contact info there, but get in touch and let's see about what we can do together. All right, are you ready to rev that referral engine? Okay, get to work.